Hey everybody, I hope you're doing great. So yesterday I had an appointment to take Neon to, and I had some free time on my hands. So I was going to actually do the second half of the reading winners. So I actually did the wheel on the randomizer at home, took the names and questions with me, printed them up. I brought the cards I was using, and lo and behold, I forgot part of my mic set. I brought the receiver and not the actual microphone, so yeah, that was kind of dumb. So I already have this all set up, and I ended up going shopping. I didn't get anything, but I was kind of bummed. But here I am today, and we can still do this. So let's see. So this will be winner number 3. And I still didn't, I could have, I guess, read the questions at least, but I didn't really want to go. Sometimes don't like to go in with any info. Going cold is really the best thing because you give your first impression. Hi, Francine. I hope all is going smoothly for you 2 days out and you see a big improvement each day. Okay, this is for the shoulder surgery, which I'm holding my wrap up. And the problem is that it's really not looking good. It's mostly black, less blue, with a little edge of orange or yellow around it, but it's just not nice looking. So I thought I'd spare that. But thank you. I'm doing very well. This question comes from Amy. So my question is about my son. He's a college senior and is deciding between 2 job offers. Number 1, Silicon Valley job, designing microchips across the country from home. Number 2, electrical computer engineering job at a huge research lab, 2 hours away from home. Okay. So I guess 2 hours away from home is quite a bit of commute. And I'm assuming that they would either have to move or they can work from home. So this kind of question is an either or question, but I don't really want to. I could say one might be more promising than another, but just at face value, I feel the electrical computer engineering job that's 2 hours away is going to be more ideal for him. And I don't know if I'm injecting my ego into this. I kind of feel like your first job should be out. It should be out of the house. It should be getting into society. But that is an opinion. And it's not really based on anything that is psychic, just my feelings. So I always have to acknowledge those so I can put them aside, because this needs to be, objective. So once again, I'm using the Oracle of Mystical Moments. Here's the little book that it comes with, and they're very pretty, like kind of a sage green playing card. And yes, you can make games and stuff out of Oracle cards, by the way, and you can also make Oracle cards out of playing cards. I learned a little bit about that. I wouldn't mind learning more about that because I have some very cool playing cards. But for right now, this is what we're working with. All right. And I am actually, these cards are a little big to do this with, but I'm going to try. Oh boy. Yeah, they're kind of big, but I did manage that. All right. If I ever made my own deck again, I would definitely keep them shorter. Okay. So for this, I would like to answer both questions independently. So the first one is the number 1, the Silicon Valley job, designing microchips across the country from home. I don't think it's a bad job, and I think he might do very well with either one. Even without interjecting my own opinions, I still feel number 1 may not be ideal. So I'm going to just pull out one card and just see what it says about that position. And it's not to say where he's leaning or anything, but the first job offer is for the Silicon Valley job designing microchips. Number 44 card is stranded. Oh, that's not good. That's not good. That's not good. I see it. Well, now wait. Let me not say that. Now that I'm looking at this picture. Okay, there's a ship at a treetop. And the next level of the tree, the man's holding an anchor. I actually see like jobs being an anchor, being a good thing. But I don't like the word stranded because it may mean that if he decides to take that job, the other offer will be off the table, obviously, and he may regret, like he might feel stuck. But, so I'm not sure. Maybe if I had a little bit more information. You gave me sufficient information, but okay. Number 44, stranded. It's about misdirection, misjudgment, and fear of failure. Look at this young sailor stranded with his ship on top of a tall tree. He needs his anchor to help him get back down to earth. The card asks, how did the ship get there? This is such an unusual place for a seafaring vessel. At times, we feel the same. We find ourselves in situations we can't quite understand. Sometimes we feel we've made mistakes because of our expectations are so high. We set ourselves up for failure. We either beat ourselves up over our performance or we are so intimidated that we never even begin. Failure is a necessary part of success, as important to the journey as the rudder on a ship. Okay, so I interpret it this way. There may be regrets taking that particular offer. However, if he had his heart set on that position, then I'd go for it. And he's got to learn by mistakes. I just would say that he needs to take that particular offer for the right reasons. Not because he can work from home, or not even because the pay might be a little better. I don't know that there's a real room for growth in that position. But what I'm saying is he can make lemons out of lemonade. He can certainly get his experience there. So I'm going back to it wasn't really positive in this particular case. All right. The second job offer is electrical computer engineering. And it is for a huge research lab, which I like that for stability, 2 hours away from home. Now, Amy, he's got to move sometime, right? And I'm assuming that's what his plan would be. Really, either way, he's going to make good money. So you don't have to worry about him. I feel like he is a very smart person who has quite a bit of moxie. Once he knows what he wants, he keeps going. And this is just a kid. You have raised a good human being here. And I think he's a good person who is going to also give back to his community at some point. But right now, he's building community. So we're going to go ahead and pick the card for the electrical computer engineer. Okay. Why did I not have my glasses on? I don't know. This card is called Home in the Sky. I see that as very positive. All these homes are held up with balloons, which, I don't know, it's just free-flowing and buoyant and being flexible. And there are birds again. Boy, the creator of these cards really liked birds. So there are birds in all the windows almost, but every house has a bird. And that's freedom. You're up in the sky. There's freedom. I like this job better, so that makes sense. So let's see what home in the sky means. It It is about wanderlust, adventure, and safe haven. Right there, safe haven. Up in the sky, we see a floating neighborhood of houses carried by balloons. Birds peek out through the windows. In this card, there are elements of journey symbolized by the sky, the birds, and the balloons. But there are also houses which suggest home, security, stability. These birds have the best of both worlds. They can travel a big distance without losing their home. They are free to seek new experiences without worry. Home truly is where your heart is. I'm hoping that your kid is leaning toward that particular position. So that was my first instinct. The cards definitely go in that direction and validate what I said. So I don't know when I'm going to get this posted, so I'm going to send you an email, Amy, and make sure that you get my answer, because this would have been from last week and he may have already made that decision, which, is fine. He'll be just fine either way. All right. So I will be right back, actually. Okay. Amy has been emailed. That question came about 9 days ago. So I'm quite sure he's already made a decision, but he can always make a change again. All right. So the next winner, unfortunately, did not give me the format that I needed in question form. So unfortunately, that I had to skip that one. But because of that, someone else named Tamara, I recently asked you about your advice on how to try and not worry so much, the things that I can't control, and I appreciated your words so much. I've been having a hard time these past few months. My mother passed away in March, and then there was so much more chaos afterward and dealing with the aftermath. So much hardships, so many struggles, and so many incredible, difficult decisions to make. Oh, I am sorry for your loss. That's going through the grief process is never, never easy. My mother and I had a pact that even if there was a way she could let me know she was okay, she would give me some kind of sign that I'm still watching. I just want to have some guidance in what's coming next in my life, what I can maybe expect in the near future, because I desperately need to be able to take a breath. Having some kind of idea what I might be dealing with, if I can just stop worrying for a while, would be extremely helpful. Thank you so much in advance for the opportunity, and I hope to hear from you soon. Okay, so this is a question that, more like a general reading, I guess, but I can only say about your mom and the signs. I do have a video up that might help. It's about patience and faith. And if she can get through, I'm sure she will. Sometimes it takes a few days. Sometimes it takes a few years. But you have to be patient with yourself and understand that we don't understand the timing. I just know when you're in deep grief, like I was with my mom, it's hard to really read signs. It's hard to see them. We're so immersed in our sadness. So as sadness starts to lift and you're functioning again, chances are pretty good that you will see that sign. But as far as what's next, let's just do a general what you need to know about life right now. Okay, so I'm going to do an Ayoshi spread, my other cards, but I'm going to use the new cards and we're going to see. And I may or may not use the textbook at all. I don't know. So I'm going to just throw out 4 cards. And actually, this isn't even a full Ayoshi spread. It's a little bit different, but I just feel like I'm supposed to do 4 cards here. Okay. So this is about what you have coming ahead, or something to either look forward to, or, maybe you still have decisions to make. I don't know. But the first card that you need to understand is Night Ride. All right. There's owls sitting on an elephant. And it's actually a very pretty card. It is magical because it has these little lights flickering around, and you know, owls are so peaceful, and there's a wisdom about them. And I have a feeling this is about using your wisdom in everything that you do at this point. The elephant is usually very lucky, especially when the trunk is going up. But another thing, elephants are so intelligent and they don't forget anything, right? So number 46. Okay, it's about protector, wonder in the night, big brother, and friendship. And I have a feeling like the owl, well, there's two owls. One is protecting the other with their wing, whether it's rain or whatever. And I think they're both friendship. Their friendship is really with the elephant. Let me just read it. How's that? Okay. An elephant transports two owls on his back. A mother with her young bird child. Protectively, she has her folded wing over the young. Protectively, she has folded her wing over the young owl's head. The elephant rides through the night, blowing stars up into the sky through his trunk. Connected with magic and wonder, the elephant is as a protector, a strong shoulder to lean on in all times. Even during the dark times, you can feel safe and secure beside him. I don't know if you're getting proper grief support, but this kind of says that you need to not go through this by yourself. March wasn't that long ago. I'm sure you're in a lot of pain still. So I would suggest either get some traditional grief support in a support group or a one-on-one counselor, or if you have a bestie who's always there by your side, maybe you're the kind of person that doesn't like to lean on other people. But sometimes we need to know when to give and when to take. So accept the gift that there are people around you that love you. The next card is the Red Garden. I haven't seen this card before, but it's very pretty. She looks very avant-garde. And number 8. I'm not really sure if I even have anything before I even read it. I mean, it could mean so many things, but Red Garden, to me, it's like it's time to bloom. Okay, so let's see what that says. Strength, growth, motherhood. Madam Queen Bee is big and strong, yet gentle and mothering. Her skirt is flower tower, a home for bees that sustain our ecosystem. She gives strength, power, and life to her surrounding. She is Mother Nature. She is responsible for the tulips that send energy into the world, and all that grows to know the beauty of each day. Her children are the children of the earth. She nurtures all of us. Okay. Now I know your grief is about your mother, but I think in this case, it's about nurturing. And one of the things I feel about you intuitively is that you're a giver. And you're always there helping others. And again, like the last card, it's time to take when you need to take what is offered to you. And I know you don't want to be a burden, but you need nurturing in your life. You can also do some volunteer work. I mean, there's no selfless act is what they say, right? So what you can do is get satisfaction in helping others as well as getting counseling. So give and take, but it's a different kind of giving. It is a distraction. All right. I just mean, don't try to save the world because you don't have that kind of energy, but you can do little things. And I think that will help you blossom, and there are so many people watching now that know exactly what you're going through. It's a crappy stage of life. It really is. But anyway, so you will bloom again. You really will. I know that. All right. The next one is touch the sky. That's pretty. So it's kind of like upside down, like she's above the sky and she's got this very long braid. Reminds me a little of Rapunzel. And this is another card I'm not exactly sure how to interpret. And you know what? She has a bird on her shoulder too. Oh, and so did the red garden. I guess this is just like, this should be called Oracle of Mystical Moments with Birds. I don't know. Birds are awesome creatures though. And they know much more than we do, really. Okay, so number 32, let's see what it says about that. All right. It's about being lost in thoughts, isolation, and sanctuary. All right. So that also makes sense because you are alone. Nobody can share that same grief. And sometimes we need that alone time, but not too much alone time. You got to balance. It's interesting how these cards are playing out. Lean on people, give and blossom. And at the same time, make sure you have enough alone time. And I'm sure it's got to be balanced. If you have too much alone time, then it's going to be really hard to heal. It's like someone that doesn't want to heal sometimes because if I don't feel pain, what if I don't feel anything? I don't want to be numb, so I've got to feel something. It's very, very common for someone to feel that way. So touch the sky. A young girl with long braids looks down to the earth from up in the skies. The small bird on her shoulder keeps her company in her cloud sanctuary. She is holding one of her braids like a lifeline, as if she expects somebody to climb up to her. Sometimes we are so overwhelmed by our feelings and sensations, we escape into a condition of withdrawal and separation. And it is hard for other people to follow. It is hard for other people to follow us there unless we give them a sign that they are welcome. Well, that is also very telling because it means that you are not accepting help from others, that you want to do this by yourself, that you don't want to feel like you're a burden or you don't feel weak. So, and maybe you're not doing that all the time, but maybe you are sometimes and you're not really paying attention to that you don't need to be alone. Okay? And I know that you said you worry a lot. And having faith is very hard, but we go through this journey basically by ourselves. You're born butt naked and you're going out of here with no clothes. It's the love that we share with each other. And I feel like you haven't even met people that you're going to love yet. But this place where you are is a dark chapter. And I know you might not want to move through it so fast, but letting go of worry and understanding that your mom is watching over you no matter what, even if she can't send you a sign right now, she is watching over you. And you need to pay attention to that, to know that she wants good for you. And everything that you do, you should probably right now be asking, would my mom want me to get out of this funk? Yeah, of course. Our loved ones are never far away. They want us to be the best we can under those circumstances. She doesn't want to be the cause of you sitting still. All right? You may have worries that are unfounded, and you may have worries that are real struggles. And maybe it's not a bad idea for you to decipher which is which, so you can let go of the things that don't matter. In a year from now, you're going to be an entirely different person. It just happens. Change happens. And I want you to be that garden, and I want you to blossom. All right, so the final card on this is called Abracadabra. Oh, I like this. I like this. The castles and this woman of mystery and a lot of avant-garde characters in this. So Interestingly, also, her hair kind of makes a nautilus shell, which means that you should listen. You should listen to this person. And also that she's so tall, she's in the constellations. And I'm not going to make an astrology reference, but she is the everything, the universe. She is the universe. And the universe is speaking, and you need to listen. So that one is right here, 34, Abracadabra, magic, secrets, patterns, and destiny. Well, I've already said in a year from now, your destiny is you're just going to be in a whole different place. I mean, you'll still mourn. That, for me, it's been like 25 years and it's still painful. But I've managed to move forward in the way that my mother would want me to. Rising from a kingdom of skyscrapers, a giant woman glows in the cityscape. She is so tall she can touch the stars all around her. With her magic wand, she coaxes the future from the constellation. There is such an order in the universe, in the golden ratio of the nautilus shell on pattern in the starry night. We can unlock the secrets of the universe. We are all magicians of our own lives. To me, that's kind of a future card for you, that this is who you're going to be. That right now you feel broken, but you're going to be much more empowered. And you just have to walk through this, but don't walk through this dark chapter by yourself. Okay? That is your reading. I think it is actually very good as far as the cards that you need. I always believe that the cards that we need come around, So with that said, we're going to do more giveaways. I appreciate your helping me grow. Recommend my channel, especially to anybody that would like to win a free reading. And we'll do all kinds of different readings and, but we'll do that as we go along. So if you know anybody that would like to participate and enter drawings and learn about your own guidance and your own intuitive abilities, just please do that for me. Like, subscribe, comment. It all helps me grow the channel. And you can also follow my cancer journey. It's a little less woo-woo, but that is Francine has cancer, right? Yeah. I'll put a link up there. Anyway, thank you for being here. And congratulations to all the winners. And we'll do it again soon. Bye.